welcome back to another Auto Alfred video. As you can see, we are back with F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. It's been a while since our previous episode in Bahrain. If you haven't seen that already, make sure you do. There should be a link popping out in the top right hand corner, so you can have a look at what happened there. Great result, and the strategy really played into our hands. And back to here, we are going to have a look at R&D. With this year's game, you can only do one development upgrade per department, which means, well, we're stuck with the powertrain and chassis and aerodynamic upgrades, which means the only upgrade we can do is the durability, and that is the one we are working on. Durability is actually the second best performing part, which is nice to see, and hopefully we can keep that going, see if the engine can last without having to take too many grid penalties. Anyway, for the activities, we are going to first of all get the second driver PR filming one done into there, the first one we're going to do, and there's 6 days left, so you can either have the 3 days activity or the 3 2-day activities. Hope that makes sense. But anyway, I'm choosing the 2-day ones. I think they will probably help a bit more, so let's just get through those. Advance time, cash coming in, and now cash going out. Resource points are coming. We can't, like I said earlier, we can't use any of the resource points because of the simultaneous upgrades sort of thing. We haven't got that in our facilities yet, but we'll work on that later. Lots of resource points coming in, and that was from practice, obviously. As you can see, we're still on level 4. Once we reach level 5, we can get another secondary sponsor. But for now, let's head into qualifying, shall we? Okay, it's qualifying time here at the Vietnam Grand Prix. I'm feeling pretty confident. I think this setup works pretty well. The only thing I'm quite concerned about is actually surface temperatures, because I mean it may look high, but I'm not convinced that it's maybe it's a bit like Turkey. Maybe the road's been resurfaced, because there's literally no grip out there at all. But still enough to get us into Q2. We're in 13th out of that. After that Q1 session, and our teammate is in 15th, so nice to see that we're both getting into Q2, and further up the leaderboard, not too surprising, Mercedes won too. But now here, the Q2 lap was a really good lap actually, because, well, I mean, we set a time on the medium tyres that's put us last, but the time we got out from the soft tyres was truly incredible. So let's have a look through this lap down the pit straight, braking, make sure not to lock up, which I didn't manage to do. Third gear, fourth for this section here. It's quite easy to overstep the back end, which is why I'm taking it quite gentle here. Open the DRS and down into this chicane. You can cut quite a lot. It's quite an aggressive one, so there you go, just literally going across it. Anyway, the roundabout sort of section onto the longest straight of the track. There's, well, not really much to say about this, so just open the DRS and don't hesitate like I did, just open it. Into the hairpin,
3 minutes to go.
change down to second gear, if you're overtaking, you should probably use first, because it's a quite a tight one here. Now for the right-hander sort of thing, we're now onto the S section. This was inspired by Suzuka apparently, but all weekend I haven't noticed how that relates to the Suzuka S's. But anyway, the second sector was purple, and in case you're wondering, for those people who are not familiar with F1, purple means fastest out of anyone. So that's nice to see that we're doing good. Final corner, don't hit the wall like I did. But otherwise, that was still a really good lap. We're 1.8 seconds quicker than the medium tire lap time, and that's put us third in the Q2 qualifying at the moment. Where does that put us at the end? 10th. We just about make it through to Q3 by wow, we've just made it through by 9 milliseconds to Lance Stroll. Although to be fair, they are going to get a better strategy. They can choose whatever tyre they want, but no matter what happens, we have to start on the soft. Although I hope it's not too much of a disadvantage, because everybody else in the top 10 is having to do the same. So we'll see what happens. Q3. I think this time is actually a bit slower. So I think 7 thousandths of a second slower is really not that much of a difference. But even if we were that much faster, it would still be 9th place. And yeah, really, I'm quite happy with that performance. Lando Norris is the person we've out-qualified here. He's my teammate in F1 2019 career mode. If you haven't seen that series, make sure you do. There's a link in the top right, which should be popping out right now again. And yeah, quite good qualifying. We've got the lead on our rival Daniel Kvyat. He's the one I've chosen. So let's see if we can hold him back, I suppose you can say. But yeah, let's just get into the race, the Vietnamese Grand Prix.
The Formula One circus has arrived in Southeast Asia once more, as we usher in a new era and get ready to go racing here in Vietnam. A lap of Hanoi circuit then, 3.4 miles around the Vietnamese capital. A number of the 23 corners take their inspiration from other great circuits, hopefully creating plenty of passing opportunities. Now, Anthony Davidson, I wonder, might we be in for some early pit stops today from the midfield teams, all trying to put some pressure on or disrupting things for the leaders up front?
If you're in the middle of the pack, you got your own race to run. I don't think they're going to be thinking about causing trouble up front. However, closer to the head of the pack, don't be surprised to see some split strategies. If you're running second and third, for example, bringing one car in for an undercut while leaving the other one out there longer can put a lot of pressure on the leader and maybe force them into an error.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Albon, Sebastian Vettel and Sainz, Ricciardo, Holmes, Norris and Lance Stroll, Perez, Verstappen. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Pierre Gasly and Ocon, Kvyat, Matsushita, Kevin Magnussen and Roman Grosjean, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Russell and Nicholas Latifi. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
So here we are on the grid for the Vietnam Grand Prix, and here's the strategy. We're going to do one stop. It's the strategy that gave us such a good result for last episode, so let's see if we can use that same one. And well, it's not exactly the same. Last time it was medium to hard, but hopefully this one will work as well. Tyre wear will be difficult, but we'll try. We're going to give about 4 laps extra fuel, because it really is necessary because this car drinks fuel really quickly. Anyway, off the start, lots of wheel spin. I think the tyres are quite cold.
System checks
Are they?
We need to stay in formation.
Yeah, of course they are.
Bringing the car up to temperature, please.
Once again,
Get some load into the
they always
tyres
put the
and
tyres
work
into the
rates.
fridge, don't
We want
they?
them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
And yes, Jeff, I need to warm them up, otherwise, well, I'll just wheel spin like that, and there you go. That's what happens when you have cold tyres. Just getting out of people's way. Found a gap here. Now I'm just going to try and overtake everyone again. Nice. Anyway, let's just ignore all that nonsense and go to the grid of this Grand Prix. 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. Once again, lots of wheel spin. Maybe the tyres are still not warm enough yet, but we are going to try and go around the outside into turn 1. Daniel Ricciardo gets forced wide, probably been pushed wide by Albon. We're going to try and go down the inside of him into turn 3. No, not quite going to work. I've actually hit the wall slightly, but still we gained 1 position. Max Verstappen once again got a grid penalty. Actually no, I can't say once again. Did he ever get a grid penalty? I can't remember anymore. Don't think he did, but anyway, we are into 7th place, and Daniel Ricciardo gets a bad exit. That's compromised mine as well. So now we're going to try and overtake him on this long back straight. That Renault, I think it's got some better drag reduction than us because we are struggling, but we're going to go round the outside into the hairpin. Is it going to work? Yes, we are up into 6th place. Nice one. That's 6th place. That's 8 points that we're going to claim at this rate. Let's see if we can carry on this momentum. We're probably not going to if I keep messing up like that. Yeah, I think I've literally got no grip whatsoever. Really struggling out there. But anyway, we're going to try and defend from Ricardo. Albon is already 1.3 seconds up the road, 1.4 now, and increasing. I bet, because that Red Bull obviously is still faster. It's a front-running car. We are still a back marker, especially after that tank slapper we got out of turn 3, and now Daniel Ricciardo's just flew past us. We're going to that was a very wow. That was an aggressive move. Didn't work out in the end, and we've even hit the wall again. What is happening to me? Oh, well, I'll tell you what's happening even more. Carlos Sainz has actually got past us. It's almost as if he has DRS, but he doesn't. But anyway, we're going to try and re-overtake them too. No, they're in faster cars, I can't say anything else. Or maybe it's just because they're faster drivers as well. I don't know. They probably are actually. But let's see what we can do in this race. We've got Lando Norris behind us, the man who we out-qualified in Q3, and we've completely lost it again. It's always these S sections where I'm struggling to get the grip on, as Lando Norris tries a move down the inside into the final hairpin, and
DRS
to
will
work
be
out.
enabled this lap.
Anyway,
You can use it when within 1 second.
DRS
of
is
the
enabled.
ahead
We're
and
not
the
going to be able
DRS
to use it. We're already 1.3 seconds behind Ricardo, so that's not going to help. Anyway, we're now on lap 5 down the back straight. Lando Norris, there you go. He's got faster car with DRS, so nothing I can do about that. Esteban Ocon is behind now. I've completely lost the back end. Luckily I've managed to keep it straight. But there goes Esteban Ocon. We're going to try to go down the inside again. And it's actually compromised him quite a lot. Sergio Perez is now past him. So, yeah, let's see if we can just hold on to the points. That's my target. And no, it's not going to be easy because look at them. We've got. I'm not sure if it's. I don't think it's the engine that's holding us down. It's mainly just a drag, to be honest. But anyway, as Sergio Perez tries to overtake us, we've tried to defend, but he's quite successful in attacking. But we are going to get DRS, and hopefully we can use that advantage to get past. Around the outside we go, into the hairpin. He's quite late on the brakes as well, and we do manage to get past.
Good job.
And clinch onto 9th place. Norris is already 2.3 seconds ahead. Well, actually a bit less now, but yeah, we actually caught him up a bit. One person who's catching us up is, well, the people behind actually, because Sergio Perez is, well, he's got DRS again, and he's going to get past, obviously. Round the outside he goes, and I'm going to try and defend again, down the inside, lock up, double lock up, and, well, he still manages to stay ahead. Almost goes in, I almost go into the wall after
Fuel is at target +3.
after getting a massive oversteering moment, but yeah, we're alright for now. Next up, yeah, that's not good, isn't it? We've got the charging Red Bull of Max Verstappen behind us. He's not going to be easy to defend from. Faster car, faster driver, faster everything, and it clearly goes to show, doesn't it? Around the outside he goes. I'm having to use the runoff area for some reason, and I'm trying to defend as well, using a bit of overtake, but DRS is superior, and we're going to try and defend again. Down the inside we go, into the chicane, and we managed to stay in the points. Nice to see, but Max Verstappen is going to have to DRS again down this back straight. The Honda engine is not the best engine here, but it's easily good enough with DRS to get past. But we're going to defend again. We're very aggressive into the hairpin, but aggressiveness is not going to work here, and it's just cost us a bit because here comes Esteban Ocon. We cut the corner, but we don't get track limits warning, so that's good. And we managed to stay into 11th. And well, I'm losing the back end all over the place, aren't I? Verstappen pits, so that overtake was pretty much pointless. Although, to be fair, he does need to get past the slower cars, doesn't he? Anyway, we are due to box in this lap 9 now, and here comes Ocon down the inside into turn 1. Converts into we're around the outside, and converts to the inside for turn 2, but here comes Esteban Ocon again, but we are going to try and defend that. Round the outside we go, and is it going to work? I'm not sure, because my computer's just gone on to screensaver, but it's okay. We have... Oh, it's not okay. Okay, we're behind. Anyway, we get the DRS, which is going to help us. And here comes Lance Stroll. He's got the Mercedes engine. He should have the advantage here. 3 wide into the hairpin. Clearly that's not enough space, surely. Yeah, we're getting tangled slightly. I was going to say 3 doesn't go into that hairpin. That's way too tight. But here comes Stroll. He's going to try and get past Ocon. and he has. That racing point is not slow, you know. It's basically, well, I say racing point, it's a tracing point, but never mind. We're going to box this lap anyway, and get rid of those soft tyres. They are, well, there's no other word for them. They are damned. I can't say anything about that. Yeah, I want to get rid of them as quickly as possible. We're now onto the hard tyres. What kind of pit stop can they do? 2.7 seconds.
Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave.
It's alright. Not great, but not terrible. Here we go, on the pit exit. We're already wheel spinning. Maybe they're not warm. Maybe they left it in the fridge again. Why do my team always, why do they always leave my tyres in the fridge? It's not going to help my performance, is it? Yeah, I'll have to have a word with them after the race. Debrief. Why have you put my tyres in the fridge? Anyway, Grosjean is ahead of us. He's on the soft tyres. I think, was that his first? Did he change to the soft tyres again? I'm not sure. Or is that the tyres he started? Yeah. Anyway, he could be doing a two-stop, but I'm not sure. That was a good exit out of the hairpin. I usually wheel spin all over the place there. I think Grosjean, yeah, he's still there, so I'm presuming that he had already pitted. Here is a moment for me. I actually touched the inside barrier, and that caused me to lose the back end. Losing the back end, or that corner, I swear I always lose it there. But anyway, Ocon again comes past us. He's on the soft tyres, so I think he's doing a two-stop. So there you go. It seems like the two-stop is going to be the one for everybody, almost. And here we go. Alexander Albon is out of the race. Virtual safety car is out, and hopefully this can help us close the gap to Ocon, because he's managed to pull away from us quite massively. But anyway, that's a free position for us. We're now in 13th, and the gap is closing to Ocon. There's now about 3 seconds, and virtual safety car is ending. Only lost about half of that, and we just about avoid a drive-through penalty by 59 milliseconds. I didn't pit. Some people did, but anyway, yeah. If you're too fast, if the delta is negative after the virtual safety car ends, that gives you a drive-through penalty. Drive-through penalties are not nice. Trust me. LTA will back me up on that. You can ask him. But anyway, we are racing once again. The gap to Ocon was closing. Now I think he's pitted again at some point. But anyway, here comes Max Verstappen. He overtakes us again. I think he's done the two-stop. He's on the mediums now. Maybe he pitted during the virtual safety car. But anyway, now here comes Lance Stroll. We're getting overtaken by everybody, aren't we? Well, sort of. We managed to defend that. Completely messed up the hairpin. I got a warning for colliding with him. And at some point I went into neutral in the middle of that corner. Stupid of me. Anyway, we've got 6 laps to go, and we'll now make that, it's still 6 laps actually, because lap 23 counts as a lap, so then if you count it, it becomes 6. Anyway, we've been overtaken by the 2 racing points. We're going to re-overtake them. Very aggressive moves today. I have to say, I am running a slightly newer setup. I've got a new seat, and maybe that's, I'm still trying to get used to it, so That's probably why I am driving slightly more aggressive than I would have wanted to. Anyway, Verstappen is already 15.5 seconds up the road. Here comes Sergio Perez down the inside into the hairpin. He's going to keep that. He's going to make that stick. Unless we can go down the inside again. We are cutting the corner once again. Once again with that corner, like that chicane before the back straight, you can cut it quite a lot. Seems like you can cut most corners here in Vietnam. But anyway, Lance Stroll is the next racing point to try and overtake me. And my tyres are really dropping off, look at that. Sliding out of the hairpin, the final hairpin, and now I think Stroll has been overtaken by the two AlphaTauris, and now it's my turn to be overtaken by them. Kvyat first. I pronounced that completely wrong, but anyway. Now Gasly is trying to overtake us, but braking late, locking up the both front tyres, and we managed to stay ahead. We're still just clinching onto the points. I've got 3 laps to go. Or now 3 laps to go, and here comes Gasly. He's going to try again down the inside into turn 1. That converts into the outside line for turn 2, and we are able to defend. We once again stay in 10th place. I'm really struggling with grip here now. At this point, the tyres are somewhat worn out, and there we go, down the inside again as we go into the chicane. But yeah, as I was saying, the tyres are somewhat worn out, and the grip here in general is already really bad, so it's just making it worse. Anyway, we run out of ERS in an attempt to defend from Gasly from overtaking us into the hairpin. Is it going to work? Well, we double lock up again, but we do manage to just about stay ahead of Pierre. Anyway, he's going to try again, once again into the chicane, but once again, I'm saying again way too many times, but we managed to stay ahead. And with two laps to go, we should be alright, as long as we can defend hard enough. But here comes Gasly with DRS once again. He's going to go around the outside into the hairpin. We're going to try and defend that, braking extremely late. That was way too late, once again going into neutral. Stupid me. But we do manage to stay in 10th place. Here, once again, aggressive driving, you see, it just happens somehow. Gasly's actually been compromised by that move. I think I may have knocked off a bit of his front wing end plate, because as you can see, he's quite far behind now. He's been overtaken by Ocon, and we're going to come around the final corner on the final lap to take one singular point.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Here we are then, a fantastic Vietnam Grand Prix, and what a performance it was from our race winners today. Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
And there you go, Lewis Hamilton wins the Grand Prix. Impressive performance from Charles Leclerc. He managed to take a podium, but unsurprisingly, it's a Mercedes 1-2. You see it pretty much all the time. Well, I mean, it's the end of the season now.
Let's see what effect
Let's see
this result
if they
has
can
had
do better in
on the
2021.
driver's
Let me know in the
stand.
comments
It's
below.
a great result for
But
Lewis Hamilton, who moves further
as
ahead
for
at the
this
top of the
race,
table. After an
not
incredible day
the
of
best
racing, who was
weekend
your
for
driver
Auto
of the day,
ALF
Hans?
on.
Often
My
go-to
teammate
would be a driver
loses
who's
a
managed
position
to pull
as
off an
well.
especially impressive feat during the race.
And it seems
However,
like
in this
actually,
instance, I was
the,
more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid.
yeah, it seems to be
throughout
that
the event.
It's time to
it was
see
the other
how
way
things are
around with the
shaping up.
strategy,
In the
because
Constructors' Championship,
last
Mercedes
race in
continue to
Bahrain,
extend their lead. Meanwhile,
the one stop
Ferrari
was the
have
winning
improved their
strategy.
position.
That was what gave us such a good result. And today, it seemed like the two-stop was the better one.
I can't wait to see what's next.
All of the people who got good results seem to have done 2 pit stops. But anyway, at least we get a point. 1 point is better than nothing, right? Anyway, it was an alright race, but we certainly could have done better. As for the rivalry, as you can see, Daniel Kvyat is, well, yeah, he's just taken the lead of our rivalry, claim to going up. Matsushita levels up to level 6, and the team goes on to claim level 5, which means we can sign another secondary sponsor. But for the current one, we do manage to complete all practice programs in one weekend, but we've just done too much damage, so no extra money for us. Anyway, I'll let you guys know about the new secondary sponsor in the next video. That'll be the Chinese Grand Prix, and we can see if we can do a better race there. Once again, not the best race here, and my sponsors have disappeared again. There's a black car. Yeah, I definitely need to look into that. It might be just me, but we'll see. I'm sure I can take a look at that. Also, another thing about the sponsors, there's a new update that's came out, and at the time of recording this, I didn't actually realise that the sponsors have been given a new slot for each place. So you may have noticed that my Halo didn't have any sponsors on it, neither did my rear wing. So I'll get that fixed for the next episode. But for now, for this episode, it's goodbye.